Hello, I'm April Jade Ruiz, Senior High School from De La Salle University, Dasmariñas, and I would like to offer a moment of my time to look back on my experience during my stay at CREOTEC Philippines Inc. for our 2-week immersion program. Although discipline was instilled ever since the beginning of the 2-week immersion, it wasn't until the second day of production when we were all busy in the stations we were assigned to. We still had fun moments, but as soon as we were loaded in the line, we all got our laughs and got back to work immediately. When I saw how serious everyone was, no one was really looking at each other for what they were doing. It was the most mature thing I ever saw in my classmates when we are together at least. This made me realize how mature everyone already was. We were lectured on company-specific orientations, like the company's interest, and other important things like payroll computation. Rules and regulations were strictly followed, and I was overwhelmed by how they not whined about it. Because in the end, we all learned to embody proper workplace behavior, professionalism, and to have responsibility, cooperation, and teamwork. Aside from the respect we owe to the supervisors, every trainee had so much respect for their co-trainees as well. There were no teasing, and certainly there were no petty quarrels. There, whenever we violate the rules and regulations of the company, we had there this thing called ENTE, or the Employee Notice to Explain, which we are issued upon declaration of our violation. One thing I noticed was there were little of us who had these ENTEs, and it was as if none of our classmates were ever so stubborn and childish not to have one. And there did I realize again how much everyone was valuing their stay in our immersion in CREOTEC as if it was an official employment. My immersion experience in the manufacturing industry taught me not so much. It may only be a handful, but I assure myself that these few lessons I learned really helped me develop as a person. All for 2 weeks at the very least, both in the workplace and in my life. I thank the new K-12 curriculum for so many things, and teaming up with CREOTEC Inc. for having me live through a self-changing experience. Even though it was only a simulation, it allowed us to have a peek in what we are heading for in our lives.